Hey guys, welcome back to some more Kirby Superstar. I don't know what we're gonna do at this point. I feel like we should probably just go in a cave for no reason. Just, why not?
Time to
Random
explore for the sake of
spelunking.
nothing.
Just randomly spelunking, I guess.
Yeah, this is honestly, and you're gonna see at the end of this, a giant waste of time for Meta Knight because he's just trying to chase after someone at this point, and the cave's just a one giant detour because there's nothing here, and he leaves the same way he comes into the area.
I mean, you're not
Los
looking for treasure.
Spelunking.
You don't even bother looking for treasure in this mode.
Well, there's no treasure here because at this point, Kirby already took it all.
Thanks, Kirby.
Yeah, thanks, Kirby.
Couldn't even leave me in the dime.
How dare? Yes, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Just how dare?
How dare Kirby not leave treasure for Meta Knight? Meta Knight wants some of that dough.
I mean, he sunk my battleship. How else am I supposed to, afford that?
Oh, my battleship. I need something to retire on.
Speaking of which, how many times have you had to repair his ship?
Bye, bonkers. Quite a few.
Yeah, I mean, his ship is always getting attacked. Always.
And then they get randomly hijacked by Game & Watch.
For some reason.
Yeah,
As you do.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like in Meta Knightmare Ultra, the reversal of fate with going back through these modes with the roles reversed kind of makes his mode make more sense, is that he's chasing after the halberd to get it back. Or at least, it's like, if I cannot use my ship, it is not going to stay in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, well, spoilers, it won't stay in the sky, because when he gets it back, it just sinks again.
All that work for nothing.
Oh well.
Forgot what this boss's name again. Fatty Whale.
Fatty Whale.
Yeah, it's Fatty Whale.
Okay.
He's my favorite. He's so happy.
I always just like looking at him from this perspective where he's jumping around, because he just looks like one giant ball.
He does.
He's a spiel. He's a spiel.
It basically does look like a giant spiel, yeah.
Yeah, he's a whale with a pipe.
Can you be a whale lord with a pipe?
I love Meta Knight's like, yes, this cart will take me somewhere. Screw it, I'm going to run.
It's more the realization, this cart's gonna take me somewhere. Oh crap, someone didn't leave the keys in it. Well, I guess I'll just walk it on foot.
Wait, the wheels are locked. Dang, I guess I'll have to run the rest of the way.
Had a guess.
Which door will we... Oh, wait, there's only one.
Yeah. Oh, 1, 2, or 3. Well, there's only one option, so I guess number 1. So this is what we were talking about in the last part, where certain modes are trivial. Great Cave Offensive is the biggest example, because even a lot of the optional paths here just don't exist.
It's giving you about as much choice as the net play options for skins in Zelda Triforce Heroes. You can either use the Hero's Tunic, or the Hero's Tunic, or the Hero's Tunic, or the Hero's Tunic. But personally, I'm partial to the Hero's Tunic. Yeah. That was an analogy.
Yeah, you sure showed him slime. Yeah, you be surprised.
And these things are just as effective here as they are in Dragon Quest.
Bad to say.
Meta Knight doesn't have friends. Well, text box lies.
And then our knight over there is like, oh, I guess I'm just chopped liver then.
You're my lackey. There's a difference.
So, is it quite necessary? Yes. Overkill is the best kill.
I got to hurry up and get home. I think the oven's on.
Don't talk to me, Iangi! Your foot speed. It's because he's... I love how they changed the stats for Meta Knight.
Yeah, because they even have one that's just mass shyness went up.
Mask shyness went up by 2.
Gotta make sure that mask is shiny.
That's why I was wondering. I was like, what the hell does dreamliness mean?
Hi, Castle.
Bye,
Castle. So, yeah, you can also do that in the standard Great Cave Offensive too if you're not going after the treasures, but you're kind of required to do that here at Meta Knight because no other doors are open. They just leave.
We're going into this unnecessary detour in a cave that's going to get us back to the same entrance, but yeah, we'll skip the castle so that we're not doing that within its own area. I mean, yeah, this mode makes more sense being here than Gourmet Race, but at the end of the day, you know, you're coming out with a net profit of 0.
Yeah, it's almost as short as Gourmet Race because of how much you just skip.
Pretty much, actually.
And to think, this is probably the longest mode in Kirby Superstar by itself, and it's probably the shortest in Meta Knightmare mode.
Screen nuke time. You know what that means.
You don't deserve for your hit health bar to fill up completely.
I mean, take it away before it just fills, then you have less work to do.
Pretty much. Why waste an extra second?
That was Great Cave Offensive. In like 5 minutes.
It sounds like one of them old YouTube videos. It's just like one that says all things that happen in this movie in under 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Meta Knight is the cinema sins of Superstar.
Basically, yeah.
That was pointless. We're back where we started.
Yeah, it's like, huh, did I drop my car keys down here? No. Alright, well, I'm going home.
Yeah, to be fair, Meta Knightmare Ultra has a better ring to it than Kirby Superstar Abridged, so...
Yeah.
Or, you know, Kirby Superstar really, really fast.
See, it took him less time to be Great Cave Offensive than it did friggin' Dynablade.
Yeah, that's saying something.
Okay, who left the keys in my ship?
Bandana D, what are you doing? This isn't your ship.
Hey, is this for the time I told you that that lackeys don't get into Smash Brothers? You know, I'm really sorry about first saying that.
Oh no.
I regret everything.
Arthur stole the keys and now he's going to take over Dreamland, that stupid vulture! This is why you don't come back in any other games. You called all my lackeys chickens.
I still think it's funny how he just basically has to reclaim his ship in this mode.
You see this partner of mine, you see this Blade Knight, he's the only one who's still employed. Everyone else is fired.
That includes you, Heavy Lobster.
That especially includes you, Heavy Lobster.
I want you all out by sundown.
I love how here the first fight with Heavy Lobster is mandatory for Meta Knight.
Yeah, they don't even push him off the ship in like 5 seconds like they will with Kirby. You actually have to defeat Heavy Lobster this time around. Then that means he actually has to fight Heavy Lobster twice compared to Kirby only once.
I just find it hilarious, like, we destroy Heavy Lobster, and now to take a detour into the forest.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, with Kirby makes more sense. They just push him off at a gust of wind, but here it's just like, why'd I wake up on the beach? What did I do last night?
Don't judge Meta Knight, he likes exploring.
What's in that Metamato?
And there's the other night. I'm glad he showed up in the playthrough, that's nice.
Yeah, because like you were saying in one of the previous parts, it is kind of more of a slim chance for that to happen, but more often than not when I play this mode, I feel like I can get him at least once because of how often I'll have to summon a helper.
Like, I've had a couple of times where I only get Blade Knight rather than Sword Knight, and then I've had a couple of times where I'll go through about 6 helpers and I'll maybe get Blade Knight once. I cannot for the life of me remember what happened when I recorded these for my playthrough. And again, I'm still trying to work out how I'm going to do it. I'm thinking for that, what I'm going to do is after Matt and I record the SNES stuff, I'll probably just grab him for CoCom for those as well, because chances are I've got no idea how I'm going to pad out the rest because this mode is going to be just as long.
Yeah, well, it's the longest mode in DS game, so.
Oh, easily. I mean, but again, you're talking to someone who's going through Helper to Hero with everyone. Technically for the second time.
Oh my gosh. Do you get something for doing that?
The star on the corkboard turns into a medal. And I think it adds an extra cutscene to the movie player, or it helps to unlock the blooper reel. I can never remember. Okay. There might be something extra you get that you wouldn't get otherwise, but I'll need to cross-check.
Quick, fit it through my eye holes. My mask.
I can't take this off. It's too dangerous.
Really? You go screaming?
I mean, we've already seen him more than enough times. We might as well just get him out of the way now.
Yeah, true.
Remember, there's 2 Wispies.
I mean, I'll be honest,
Wait,
I'm surprised.
this is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
God damn it, that's such a silly movie, I love it.
Anyways, what were you saying, Marley? I'm sorry.
I was saying, I think it's interesting, with all of the times they've nodded to Meta Knight still having a Kirby face under his mask, I do not think he has ever been given the option for an alternate costume where he has the mask off. Even though, to be fair, so many times when Kirby has color options, he'll be given both blue and also a shadow version. Granted, the shadow version is meant to be mirroring Shadow Kirby, but the blue is usually meant to be mirroring Meta Knight. At least I think that's the point, considering usually blue isn't an option for multiplayer Kirby, it's usually red, yellow, green, pink. But Meta Knight's never had a maskless costume for anything, even in like Kirby Battle Royale, he has just alternate mask combinations like the tuxedo one.
Yeah, because they really only want to show Meta Knight when it has mask when he's defeated.
I mean, I guess it would basically be the same as putting around Meta Knight technically, but oh yay, I do love this shortcut.
Yeah, way easier to do with a character with wings, which is why it's just usually faster just to use wheel Kirby in this section, but Meta Knight doesn't run as fast as a wheel, so fly.
Yeah, makes sense.
Plus, Meta Knight can't be on a wheel.
Get off the spring, it's my turn.
Ma.
Sorry, Blade Knight, it's my turn to play with the Nintendo Switch.
Mama said it's 2-player. No, it's not. Totally 1 player. I play both players.
No share, only stab.
You can watch.
Speaking of which.
Lester, you just don't care, do you? At this
You
point?
have a healing option. No, I don't. Gotta go. Mode's like an hour long.
This is the most reckless I've ever seen you play. You keep running into enemies like crazy.
It's because of the healing option, that's why. And you get energy so fast back that half the time you're just needing to spend it. So you might as well just be reckless in this mode.
The second they give you a healing option, everything is inconsequential.
Yeah, basically. Because the thing is, you cap out at 50 points. When you have 50 points, you can't get any more. So you pretty much want to spend your points whenever you can. The only time you really want to save up is if you're really wanting to use that screen nuke. You want to have at least 30 points on you at all times. That's basically it. Besides that, just spend them when you have them.
Also, we've got the massive advantage going through Revenge of Meta Knight as Meta Knight of not actually having a time limit.
Yeah, that's the big difference here since it's not as crucial of a mission anymore, so you can take your time.
And I mean, like, we've already proven through the cutscenes themselves that Meta Knight has a bad habit of just taking random detours for absolutely no freaking reason. So,
Yeah.
if you want to stick with the status quo, you have the option to.
I'm not dealing with your crap. I'm just gonna nuke you. But I don't think you're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
No, most bosses you can't kill with the Mach Tornado, but they get pretty close to death.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Plus, they give you so many points, too, you might as well try that, because it almost fills back up your meter for another Mach Tornado if you're at 50 points.
It gave you 20 for killing the main cannon number 2. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, when you have full points and you use the Mach Tornado and then you defeat a boss, you're almost ready to use it again. Now, the nice thing in this version is that the helper AI luckily can't lock your camera compared to the Super Nintendo, so this section's easier by default.
Oh, absolutely.
This segment of the game is better. The remake has actually fixed something.
I mean, that's like a lot of things with this version. We haven't actually had a good chance to really mention it, but this version you can press the select button to get rid of your power without making a helper. Can't do that in the Super Nintendo version, and that's like one of the best things they changed with this version.
Honestly, going back to original Superstar from Ultra, I can tell the differences that were made in fine-tuning the control scheme from SNES through to the entire Game Boy Advance and DS control scheme. Once they got to Nightmare and Dreamland, they perfected it, and they moved those changes across to Ultra, and it really shows.
Yeah.
Because I went back and played Superstar on like Switch Online to just get a bit of practice in for when Matt and I do that, and I could notice the differences immediately.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the Super Nintendo version's controls still hold up well compared to some other Kirby games, but when you play some of the newer versions that fix up a lot of little things here and there, you really notice the difference going backwards.
Yeah, I mean, the controls have still aged well, but not just in the button configuration, but, like, it's not so much that it's one's bad, one's good, it's one's good and one is polished, I think is the real difference.
I think the only thing that bugs me on this version is that the jump button's the A button, and now the attack button's the B button, while on Super Nintendo that was opposite. It was the jump on B and the attack on Y. And I prefer that.
And meanwhile, my brain's like, thank goodness, because Superstar's control scheme is the one Kirby game control scheme I've never been able to properly adjust to, because my brain immediately maps to every other game. And it's like, the B button is to blow myself up. That's another dead helper. So, yeah, get ready for that, Matt.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I kind of figured that one out pretty quick.
Yeah.
I have a bad habit if I'm not used to a control scheme, especially like the old Super Nintendo game. You know, it really bothers the heck out of me when I play Super Metroid that the buttons are the way they are. I'm just like, why?
I mean, at least it's not that bad for that game, because you can remap every button.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, some of the default button commands are kind of terrible in that game, not gonna lie. Like, the shoot and the attack buttons being nowhere near each other is the one thing I don't like.
I've been finding the exact same problem with Legacy Collection 2 for Mega Man lately. It's just every single gosh dang game had a different configuration. I'm like, 9 and 10s make sense. The other two, what are you doing? Especially 7, what are you doing? Why is A button shoot and X button is jump? That makes no sense.
So, this fight's going to demonstrate why you should never come into this fight with a helper, because this guy is a little stupid. Yeah, see, I was aiming the laser a little more diagonal, but the helper wouldn't move, and the laser's targeting him. This is why helpers in this fight aren't good, so come here. Come here.
True, there is that benefit to Uno.
Die for me, please.
Honestly, that was the fastest a laser ever spawned for me. I didn't even know it was there until halfway through its animation.
No, even though we missed, you got some sword juice out of it, so that's something.
Yeah. You always use more of that. Especially because when this fight's over, I'm just going to make another knight. So I'm going to use up some of it.
I'll just make another one. I have the energy.
Don't worry, we have more lackeys back at the ship. Oh wait, the ship is crashing.
How did this happen? I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Don't put that on the insurance form. We won't get payment.
I wasn't trying to.
Ben.
I wasn't trying to burn it down for the insurance money.
And then Meta Knight lands back on the cliff. Why are we still here?
So I did leave the oven on. Oh no. That's a little anticlimactic for this mode. His final boss is just the turret cannon. That... okay.
The wheelies have been
I mean, it makes sense. He can't fight himself in this mode. Or can he?
Be free, my wheelies. Your reign of terror and casual low-end income has been ruined. I don't know. I had something going and I just kind of flubbed it. Raise the minimum wage on wheelies.